What did you learn about Emmett Till growing up in Mississippi schools and within your social networks?
Not a single thing. I mean, literally, nothing. I spent so much time over the last 4 years with Emmett Till's family. The thing I wanted to know most from them is what was Mamie Till like. I've had about an hour now with Dawn, and now I know.
As I said to you in the back room, I had the privilege of meeting Erica and Miss Ollie. Miss Ollie is Emmett Till's first cousin. And when she told me about the strength of Miss Mamie, it was then that I decided I can do it. I tell people I'm a mom with a shattered heart, because what I want at the end of the day is my child. So since I can't have that, okay, who do I have to talk to?
So can you talk about the law and how we've strengthened it in the state of Maryland?
The law in the state of Maryland at the time says hate had to be the sole reason that an act was committed. I call him the monster. I do not say his name. He was a follower of alt-right nation. What more do you need?
Believe me, it has occurred to me that if my father would have been a staunch racist, then I would have been too.
George Allen and State's Attorney Braveboy met with myself and my husband and says, we're going to lobby and we're going to change the law. And again, you wonder how this is going to happen, but we were able to do it the first time around. But we went up and down Annapolis.
When the state of Mississippi tried to bury Emmett Till, the grave was dug, they had the pallbearers, they had the hearse, had the casket, and the Steelworkers Union of Chicago went to war for Emmett Till, and they stopped it. I mean, they beat him by like 20 minutes. And if they don't do that, none of you have ever heard that name.
Talk to us about the barn as a place and what was happening in and around that place and what's happening now.
The only reason we know about the barn is a young man named Willie Reed, who was 18 years old, and the truck turned right in front of him, and he hid behind a well and he listened to it. The barn belongs to a dentist, but it is in the process of being purchased by the great American and filmmaker Shonda Rhimes, who reached out and just wrote the check so that it would become a monument.
How does it feel to know you've transformed a tragedy into a superpower that will empower young men, women, children, and parents well beyond your years?
Mr. Collins' father was murdered by a white man. And this white man said he thought he saw him looking in someone's window and went and got a shotgun and killed him. This man never served a day in jail. The strength of our family is my beloved husband of almost 40 years.
How can those of us with privilege continue to help make progress, particularly in the current political climate?
Conversations like this is how you stand up and say, stop. I'm happy to play a small role in making sure people never ever forget Lieutenant Collins, just as it's very important for Emmett Till's family to remember that no one ever forget him.